groupies. Today I've got a tool review for you. This is going to be what I consider a deal alert. If you need some impact sockets, right now is a pretty good time to go get them, especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer, weekend warrior, a beginner. If you're somebody shopping around for Christmas and you want to give somebody a decent little set of tools that they might appreciate but not cost you too much money, right here might be the set for you. This is the 16-piece Jobsmart half-inch drive deep impact socket set. They are 6-point design metric sockets. The particular part number on this is 1360325. Of course, the links will be in the description box below. All the information about these will be in the description box below. Warranty information, contact information, all that good stuff in between where you can buy it at. So go check that out afterwards and leave me a comment down below. There isn't very many Jobsmart tool reviews anywhere out here, and right now they've got a whole lot of good sales going on. Now here's the thing everybody should learn, about people who do tool reviews like myself. We like doing research on things. We like trying to figure out where stuff's made at, who controls the manufacturing of it. And you'll notice whenever you go into a Tractor Supply, some of their sockets, they do carry DeWalt, they do carry Stanley, and some of the rebranded stuff that you'll find in the store is identical to what you will find rebranded for, like, let's say Walmart's Hyper Tough brand. Walmart's Hyper Tough and the Barnstar brand is identical because Stanley Black & Decker helps manufacture some of that cheaper sets of tools that they got in their store. Now, as far as the Jobsmart, I'm pretty sure that it's Apex Tool Group who handles some of their manufacturing for them. They use basically some of the same companies to produce their sockets as what they do to produce Crescent and Gear Wrench, things of that nature, because they do sell Gear Wrench, they do sell Crescent, they sell Crescent socket sets, all that stuff in between. And I'm pretty sure that they're the ones that helps make the Jobsmart name brand. Jobsmart, of course, is the store brand of Tractor Supply Company. Now this particular set right here, you'll notice on the case that it does say it's lifetime guarantee or satisfaction guarantee, but I did ask the manager before I left the store today if they did have a lifetime guarantee on these, and if they broke, could I bring them back, and they said yes. So anytime you buy Jobsmart, if let's say there's a Harbor Freight but it's 35-40 miles away, you can't get down there, you might be wanting to get down there to save yourself some money, look at the stores you got near you. Look at your Tractor Supplies, your Royal Kings, your AutoZones, your O'Reilly's, because there's always deals to be found somewhere, and this is one of those. Now there's not a lot of Jobsmart tool reviews here on YouTube, so I might just go buy me some more tools from down there. They do got a lot of stuff on clearance right now, and word going through the pike says that they're clearancing out a whole lot of Jobsmart items because they have got a new deal happening sometime in 2020 where they're going to be getting a different style of tool in, different designs, things like that, of their Jobsmart name brand, and rumor has it that they're potentially going to be pushing Craftsman at Tractor Supply also. So it's always good news for any of us consumers out here. Now, the interesting thing I want to say about this set before we get right into it is the fact that you can look at this set, and you've probably seen this set before. I have got a Pittsburgh Pro deep impact socket set identical to this, come on a package identical to this, and it's about 5 years old. I use them at the industrial plant that I work at. I put them on Snap-on impact guns, Milwaukee impact guns, DeWalt impact guns. I ain't had a bit of problem. They haven't broke. They've been perfectly fine. Good socket set. Another thing, I have a set of Kobalt sockets. I'll be damned if they didn't come on the exact same type of case, except they cost me about 60 bucks. This particular set right here is identical to what you're going to look over there and see at Lowe's. If you go in there right now, look at Lowe's, look on the shelves, you're going to see these exact impact sockets right here. Matter of fact, look at that picture right there. As you can see, it is identical to this set right here, minus, a different sticker and where the laser etching and stamping might be at on these. $30 for this particular set, and it is also made in Taiwan, Taiwan made steel. Chrome vanadium steel. It's got the black phosphate finish. It's got the die stamping on the sides of it to let you know the type of quality metal it is, and it has the laser indicators so you'll be able to see what one you're picking up. Of course, as you can probably see right here, it goes from 10 millimeter all the way to 25 millimeters. So 10 through 25 doesn't skip anything for $30. To boot, guess what? They got the standard sets also. The standard set, I believe, ranged from 3/8 or 7/16 all the way up to 1 1/4 of an inch. $30. So for $60, you can basically get 2 complete socket sets that will do probably 98% of any type of repairs you're going to come across, especially if you're a do-it-yourself or somebody like that. They'll probably do 100% of the repairs you're going to come across, and they probably will last you quite a while. Plus, lifetime guarantee, satisfaction guarantee. If they break, take them, return them, exchange them, all that good stuff in between. Plus, you can check out some of their other deals while you're down there. They do got some good deals going on. I'll post some pictures at the end of this review here for you to check out. Now, whenever you pick this setup, like I said, it's identical to the Kobalt name brand. And Taiwan's not that big of a country, you know what I mean? If you really think about it, how many sockets come out of that country, how many things are manufactured, produced over there, pretty good possibility that these come straight off the exact assembly line that the Kobalt did. So essentially, if you're paying $30 more for the Kobalt set, it's probably because you're paying for a better known name brand, better known warranty, as opposed to Jobsmart. Thus is why there's not a whole lot of tool reviews out here on YouTube for Jobsmart. So we're going to change that. Now, when you first get this particular set, as you can see, it does come in this carrying case, and it actually holds it pretty decent. You know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it does hold it pretty decent. And if you need to contact Tractor Supply for any reason, you can go to tractorsupply.com, or you can call 1-888-376-9601 for further information. And whenever you get these, of course, they're going to have these locks on top of them. And a lot of people cut these things off. But if you notice, they got these little clips right here. Get yourself a screwdriver. All you got to do, push it down in between those clips. And then that's all you got to do is push them right up here. We'll push them right up, and we will get these things popped loose. That way you don't risk breaking your little socket rails that they give you here and all that kind of good stuff. There we go. Now, as you can see here, it's got these kind of, you know, cheap little plastic square drives right there that they will slide over, you know, so it goes over it pretty easy. These probably ain't gonna last a very long time. Most people, you know, have a toolbox you're gonna put these in, or a different kind of socket organizer rail of some sort that you're going to put these on. So, you know, this shouldn't really matter to begin with. But I mean, as far as just laying them down in your shop, picking them up, packing them on your wall, yep, slides right off. But since it slides right off, we'll go ahead and let you get a good close look at the sockets here. You can see the laser etching. It's got the bore hole right there for the detent ball. That way, whenever you lock it on a ratchet or your impact wrench, it's going to lock it, secure it on that drive. It does have the stamped size identification. It does have the metal identification, chrome vanadium. It's got the black phosphate finish, so it should be strong, durable, corrosion resistant, all that good stuff in between. And then, of course, the 6-point design. Now, one thing I want to point out here, though. Let's get the exact one. I like the fact that this has a complete set. I've got, you know, several different standard sets because I work with a lot of industrial machines. So I come across a lot of SAE fasteners. But doing automotive work, you know, I come across all the metric stuff. So I have to have 2 different sets of everything. I have to have standard for one job, and I have to have metric for another job. So it's always good when I come across these sockets. Now this, I want everybody to look at. Here's your 15 millimeter. Now this one's an older Kobalt, so it's going to look a little bit dingier. But as you can see right here, it's got the holes. Might have the Kobalt name laser etched, 15 laser etched down here, 15 here. But if you flip these things over, these sockets over, you're going to see that they're damn near identical. You flip them right over on the other side, and you roll it around here. It's got different stamping on it, so they did stamp it differently. The Jobsmart 15 millimeter, and the metal quality. Right here, it's got the part number, and it says Taiwan on it. These don't say Taiwan, but it says on the package that they are made in Taiwan. And as far as setting these directly side by side, I'll have to put a mic on these later and put the absolute measurements in the description box below. But as you can venture to guess right there, I believe these are the exact same socket with a different name brand on top. I might be wrong. We will find out, because I'm going to use these in just as bad of conditions as I've used these right here. Now, that was in comparison with the Kobalt. Now, Sunex is pretty good quality. You know, Sunex, made in Taiwan also, as you can see right here. They got the part number, the 3/4 laser etched into it, the logo laser etched into it, except this one is chrome vanadium. So this one's probably a little bit more durable. I like chrome moly in my experience. And they've got really tiny stampings right here and the metal identification. So that's just horrible as far as, you know, wanting to be able to read something, because at some point in time that laser etching is going to wear off. And they have the flat design on the back. Now, I do prefer the flat design as a part to the sinkhole design. And the thing with these two, though, which this one is a 3/4, so we should be comparing it to a 19 here. And if you can look at the 19 and the 3/4 here, I mean, the Sunex is a little bit thinner. It's got a thinner wall on it than what the Kobalt, otherwise Jobsmart style, will have. Speaking of which, though, since I put that one up, another thing I was going to mention, if you could see down inside the holes here, they have the exact same measurements on each one of these. If you set them side by side, when it goes into the 6-point design, they're identical to each other. Now, here's one. This one is a Craftsman Evolv series. It is also made in Taiwan, so it's, you know, pretty good Taiwan steel. It has the stamped identification, Taiwan, 17mm, and it says Craftsman Evolv. With this particular one, we are looking at a 17mm, so we will compare a 17 to a 17. And this one coming straight out of Taiwan. These are identical to each other. Identical. They go down inside the same 6 points, starts and ends at the exact same location. One is just as thick as what the other one is. And if you rotate them around here, I mean, even the bottom half here, they're basically the same. So there is another one. We've got Pittsburgh that's like this. We've got Craftsman Evolv that's like this. We've got Kobalt that's like this one. Of course, you know, you compare them to a big old USA made 7/8 Mac, it's going to be a little bit different, because the Mac is going to be a lot thicker. It's going to be American made steel, and it's just going to be a better quality socket. But you're talking about buying, you know, probably 20 of these socket sets by the time you bought, you know, the Mac set that I've got. And what we have here is a gear wrench. Now, this is a 19mm gear wrench. I believe this one's also made in Taiwan. And as you can see, here's what happens with your laser etch markings over time. It fades. The gear wrench name, the part number fades. You can see gear wrench stamped into it, chrome vanadium, 19mm, so you can read it with the hard stamped identifications right there. And the gear wrench, well, it helped if I got the 19 here. The gear wrench is definitely a lot thicker, but the chrome moly gear wrench is a lot better socket. But, you know, for a good set of gear wrench sockets, I'll post you the link in the description box below. I've got the chrome moly set, works wonderfully, but it's going to cost you 90 bucks as opposed to 30. But I'm willing to bet all these impact sockets that I've got, I'm willing to bet that this $30 set of sockets right here is going to do me every bit just as good as all the rest that I've got. Right now they've got the 3/8 drive set, the shorts and the deep weld, that goes from like 1/4 of an inch all the way up to 7/8, and it's like 12 bucks to $15 for that set. Plus they've got like 6mm up to 19mm, $12 to $15 for that set. And if you're going to get the deep weld set, it's about $18 to $20 for each one of those sets. So it's not too bad. Plus they have got the standard size in these, and a wide variety of other things on sale right now. So if you haven't checked out Tractor Supply lately or Jobsmart, you know, check out the description box below. Look at some of these pictures right here and let me know what you think. Another thing we'll go ahead and do, just for, you know, I don't have my impact gun on me, so I'm just gonna, you know, do this for those who like to see this kind of stuff. As you can see, it locks into the drive perfectly fine here. You know, it doesn't wobble too much on the actual drive. And whenever you've got a big giant ratchet like this one right here, 24-inch long Kobalt, link to that tool review be in the description box below. You know, these impact sockets are going to come in handy for that kind of work too, because that's a lot of torque, a lot of power, a lot of pressure, a lot of beatings these things might take. But if you're interested in more tool reviews, you want to know about deal alerts, things of that nature, pop the clutch on that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.